Welcome to the Chris Evans Podcast here on Second Banana Media. Be sure to subscribe and like if you haven't already done that. Thumbs up button always works as well on our YouTube page. It is May 16, 2024. The OSSAA, Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activity Association, today formally voted in the districts for the upcoming two seasons of the high school football season, 2024 and 2025. If you remember, early April, a judge ruled that Rule 14 was too excessive, not on a level field, being for the private schools being bumped up 2 classes, but now it can only be bumped up 1 class. And so that sent what all the Oklahoma high school football coaches had ready to go for the year, got wasted to the side, and the coaches had to redo all their districts. And now they're working on their schedules, and none of that could be done until the OSSAA Board of Directors took formal action, which they did on Thursday morning, again, May 16, 2024. So football schedule should be coming out here pretty soon, and we have some of those numbers here. We'll go through each class as much as possible. Won't be able to go in depth on all of them here, but we will definitely be having some thought throughout the summer as we get ready for the fall football season, especially here on Second Banana Media. Be sure to watch all season long our High School Huddle. It's a live show we do every Wednesday night during the football season, and it's a fun show because it's a live show and it's interactive as people can type in their questions and remarks and all that fun stuff. We have a really good time with it throughout the entire year. So let's take a look at some of the information now official by the OSSAA, and we will start with the state's 2 largest classes. And before we look at the state 2 largest classes, remember there are 3 new classifications this year. There were 9 state championships in years past. There will be now 12 state championships with the addition of 2A1, 2A2, Class A1, Class A2, and Class B1 and Class B2. Very similar to what Class 6A2 did, I think, back in 2014 when they made the split from 6A1. Very same thing for the smaller schools as well. So those will be 3 new classes to take a look at. Take a look at some of the information here first in 6A1. And the most notable thing there at 6A1 and 6A2, you will notice that Deer Creek has moved over from 6A2 to 6A1, and Southmore has moved over from 6A1 to 6A2. I know a lot of SaberCat fans out there. Coach is probably happy to be in 6A2 as they have struggled in recent times here in 6A1. But those are the numbers by the ADM. So you see the largest one in Class 6A being Broken Arrow with over 6,000 students, and the smallest school in 6A2 being Sapulpa. Sapulpa had recently been playing in Class 5A, but they are back up in 6A2. Some other notes here, 6A2, Piedmont is in. Lawton Ike is back in 6A2 as well. This will be the first time Piedmont makes their way up into 6A2. And you just kind of forget how large Broken Arrow is, their high school, over 6,000 students. Did the numbers, if you combine the 3 Edmond schools, that equals about 7,900 students. So obviously more if you combine all 3. And if you throw in Edmond, Deer Creek, it's over 10,000 students. So 10,000 students in those 4 schools, and that's obviously 4,000 more students than Broken Arrow would have. But still, that's a lot of students at Broken Arrow. The Moore schools, they come out, if you add the 3, Moore, Westmore, and Southmore, 7,347 students. And then the 2 Norman schools, Norman and Norman North, would be 4,509. So just kind of a reminder how big Broken Arrow High School is. So those are the 6A1 and 6A2. And now we'll scroll up and take a look at the districts in 6A1 and 6A2. Deer Creek moves into District 6A1 with Bixby and Jinx. And so that will be a very highly contested district, with Deer Creek moving in there to go along with Moore, Mustang, Norman, Enid, and Edmond North. Take a look at District 2, Broken Arrow, Edmond Memorial, Edmond Santa Fe, Norman North, Owasso, Union, Westmore, and Yukon. Just looking at it, of course, we will wait and see how the rosters line up later this summer before we get to our team previews, but certainly think District 1 probably has a little bit of a slight edge in strength with Bixby, Deer Creek, and Jinx among those three in there. Take a look at 6A2, and 6A2 3-4 years ago was a high-level district. It's come down just a little bit with Bixby leaving and now Deer Creek leaving, but there you see the 6A2 districts on your right side. 6A1, certainly the two that stand out would be Choctaw and Stillwater. Piedmont is new to that district. Piedmont has been used to 5A competition. They've been finishing around 3rd or 4th in the district. They get to move up to 6A2 District 1. We'll see how that plays out with U.S. Grant Southmore. Can they make a splash in 6A2? Northwest Classen and Lawton Nike. Lawton Nike, as I mentioned earlier, was a 5A school for the last couple of seasons. 6A2 District 2, not as strong, I certainly think, as District 1, although Muskogee is there and Sand Springs has been played well in the last couple of years. Sapulpa, a 5A school a couple years ago, up in 6A District 2 as well, along with Bartlesville, Putnam City North, Putnam City West, and Ponca City. Those are the 6A2 districts and 1. We now move to Class 5A, and I'm going to take it off the screen so you don't get dizzy here. The screen's a little touchy, so here we go. Take a look at Class 5A. There you see the largest school in Class 5A being Tahlequah, next to Midwest City. And down the line, you see at the 3 spot in 5A, Lawton. Lawton Nike has spent some time in 6A, has spent some time in 5A, but Lawton down in 5A for the first time that I can remember in some time. Booker T. Washington also in Class 5A. I mentioned Sapulpa leaving up for 6A. Then you see Bishop McGuinness at number 32. They are not the 32nd largest school, but they have been bumped up due to the Rule 14. Elgin's actually larger than Bishop McGuinness, but since McGuinness moves up, somebody's got to move down. That is Elgin. Elgin will be in Class 4A after winning many, many football games in Class 5A over the last couple of years. So Bishop McGuinness up in 5A. And we'll scroll up and take a look at the districts, which will look a little bit different than years past. You see Bishop McGuinness usually with Guthrie and Carl Albert in District 2, but Bishop McGuinness is now in District 1. Also a little bit of change. Altus has forever been in District 1, but now they are in District 2. Those are some of the biggest notice there. Also, moving up to Class 5A is Newcastle. They've been 4A for some time as they continue to grow. So Newcastle up in 5A, and they will be in District number 1. You see the schools with them. Lawton MacArthur, I think, will be a top 2, top 3 team in the state of Oklahoma in Class 5A. It'll be interesting there with Newcastle new on the scene. Midwest City is always tough every year. Of course, McGuinness there as well. And then you have some other schools that will try to jump into that top 4 of those playoff spots, including Duncan. Guyman's in District 1, but remember, they are playing independent, so those teams will not play Guyman in district play. So those teams will pick up an extra team on the schedule. District 2, very familiar, the Carl Albert Titans, a staple there along with Guthrie. El Reno is in District 2. They have been in District 1 for some time. There was some back and forth between Newcastle and El Reno. Which one goes to 1, which one goes to District 2. El Reno comes to District number 2. Lawton, 6A2 school, the last several years, is also in District 5A2. Western Heights is also independent, so these teams will have to find another non-district game. So these teams will have, like District 1, 4 non-district games to go along with the 6 district games. Take a look at District 3. Again, Booker T. Washington come down from 6A2. And Bishop Kelly, Booker T. Washington, Coweta, all very good teams in years past, as well as McAllister. Shawnee goes to the east side. That was another discussion of what school goes east, and there was a couple of them. Shawnee and Del City were the 2 teams that went east. The other option that was talked about for a little bit was Noble going east, but it is Shawnee and Dell City. You see District 4, Dell City, after spending a couple years in District 3, now in District 4, as the coaches try to balance these as much as possible. You get your east side schools and your west side schools, and then you split those teams up to what coaches try to get balanced as possible. Claremore, Collinsville, Dell City, 3 very good ball clubs there. And then you have Nathan Hill, Pryor, Tahlequah, Memorial, and Tulsa Rogers. That is the Class 5A district standings. We're going to move up to Class 4A here so you don't get brain dizzy here. Get this established here. Again, don't have time to go through every single one of these here, but we will definitely get to them throughout these summer months. But let's indeed take a look at Class 4A. Here you see Elgin. They should be 5A, but remember, Bishop McGuinness gets bumped up due to the Rule 14. So Elgin comes down. They're the largest school in Class 4A. Blanchard continues to grow in populations. It's only a matter of time till you certainly think they're in 5A. Another kind of little surprising nugget, Ardmore, a perennial 5A ball club, now down in Class 4A football. Cushing Tigers, a small school in Class 4A, holding strong there at the bottom at number 32 in Class 4A. There you see the other schools in order of average daily membership, ADM. We'll scroll up a little bit here and take a look at the districts in 4A. You see Ardmore lands there in district number 2, along with Bethany and Blanchard and Chickasha. Of course, Tuttle, always a strong foe in District 2, as it's been fun watching that District 2 come down to Blanchard and Tuttle. Tuttle last couple of years, but I think it was Blanchard getting there last year for the district championship. District 1, Elk City, Weatherford, Woodward, Elgin. Elgin will probably be the early season favorite to win that one, along with Douglas, who went 0-10 last year. Clinton, Cache, and Bridge Creek, District 3. There you see Catoosa, Cushing, Fort Gibson, Grove, Miami, Oologah, Skytook, and the Bulldogs of Wagner. District 4, Ada, Broken Bow, Glenpool, Hilldale, McLean, Poto, Salisaw, and Stillwell. That is your Class 4A. And then we'll quickly go here to 3A. And the largest school in Class 3A goes to McLeod. 3A, very interesting here. As you see in blue there, the 5 private schools bumped up one class. So this, we saw Bishop McGuinness, the first one bumped up in 5A, although having 4A numbers. These schools, Holland Hall, Heritage Hall, Cashel Hall, Victory Christian, and Lincoln Christian, bumped up here in Class 3A. North Rock Creek, another school at high number 2 in Class 3A. They continue to grow in their Shawnee area. Perkins Tryon at number 8. There's Kingfisher at 15. And Stigler, 17 in Class 3A. We'll scroll up and take a look at the districts. All 4 districts for Class 3A. Moved on me there a little bit. And there you see Heritage Hall, Kingfisher, North Rock Creek in District 1, along with the others. District 2, Victory Christian, Perkins, Tryon, Seminole, Sulphur, along with Bristow, Lone Grove, Manford. Moving over to District 3, Shakota, Eufaula, Holland Hall, Idabel, Lincoln Christian, Locust Grove, Muldrow, and Stigler. And then District 4, Berry Hill, Cassia Hall, Claremore, Sequoia, Cleveland, Inola, Jay, Verdigris, and Vanita. We'll go through these here real quickly. Remember, Class 2A is now split into 2 different classifications. So we'll have 2A1 and 2A2. Largest school in 2A1 goes to the Marlowe Outlaws. They're the largest school in 2A1. The smallest in 2A1 now is Kiefer. Prague, not too far behind, as we take a look at the new first ever 2A1 schools. Crossing Christians, a private school up there at number 27. There's Washington, a powerhouse They are at number 11 as far as their ADM. Jones has been good over the years, as is Millwood at number 21. We'll scroll up and take a look at the 2A1, District 1, 2, 3, and 4 districts. And there you have District 1 with Blackwell and Perry, the Maroons for each school there, OCS, Oklahoma Christian School, Mount St. Mary, Millwood, Jones. That'll be a fun game between Millwood and Jones. Check that one out later this year. District 2, Washington and Marlowe. Highlight that one along with Crossings Christian. Lindsay, the Leopards, are in District 2. Take a look over at District 3, Bethel, Hugo, Kiefer, Kingston, Obogie, Prague, Roland. And then District 4, the Chandler Lions, the Tony Wilsons in District 4. Metro Christian is there, as well as the others you see on your screen. And then we'll bump back up here real quick. Take a look at the first ever 2A District number 2. And the largest school in that class is Henrietta, the Hens, 299 students. Not too behind that is Cassidy. Cassidy playing football now with the OSSAA. And the smallest 2A2 school this year is Stroud. Beggs, always a tough out in 2A football in years past. They are now in 2A2, along with Vian, two teams that we see have deep runs when all these schools are combined. Now we'll see how they do on their own in 2A2. Take a look at 2A2 and the 4 districts. We'll get this scrolled up here. Oh, went too far. Very touchy screen. I apologize here. We'll do it live, though. District 1, Alva, Cassidy, Hennessy, Kellyville, Luther, Meeker, Newkirk, and Stroud. District 2, Beggs, Colgate, Comanche, Community Christian, Davis, Dibble, Holdingville, Tishomingo. And then District 3, Adair, Chelsea, Colcord, Commerce, Kansas, Key, Salina, Wyandotte. And then your District 4 in 2A2, Antlers, Atoka, Henrietta, Morris, Spiro, Valiant, Vian, and Wilburton. Take a look here at the last class here in 11-man football, Class A1 and Class A2. And the largest school in Class A1, Hartshorn, followed by Okemah. The small school at number 32 is Oklahoma Union. Minko's been tough as in years past, along with Crescent, Pawnee, always tough every year. Watonga, Cashion, Fairview, two-time defending state champions in A1. See if they can repeat again with this class. We'll scroll up and take a look at the 4 districts in A1. District 1, including Cashion, Crescent, Fairview. How about the first 3 names on that in District 1? That'll be fun to watch. Hinton, Hooker, Merritt, Sayre, and Watonga rounds out District 1. Christian Heritage Academy begins District 2 along with Frederick, Hobart, Minko, Okemah, Stratford, Walters, and Wynnewood. Minko, years past, has been very tough. We'll see how they do in District 2. District 3, Caney Valley, Powerhouse in Morrison over the years. Nowata, Oklahoma Union, Pawhuska has had some great years as of late. Pawnee, Quapaw, and Tonkawa. The Bucks have been good as well as they will play in A1. District 4, you see Shoto, Hartshorn, Haskell, Hobart, Panama, Pecola, Rejoice, and Warner. We'll quickly move up to the first ever A2 and the largest school in A2, Mounds, followed by Talina. You see the 5 schools there, the 6 schools there in green. They elected to play 11-man football, that being Woodland, Ringling, Rush Springs, Allen, Southwest Covenant, and Thomas Fay Custer. And those are some pretty good schools there. Imagine those teams playing 8-man football, but thankfully they are playing 11-man football. Those teams are fun to watch. Right there you see the rest of the A2 squads. Afton, 2017 state champions. Hominy at number 16, always tough every single year. Cordell has had some great seasons as of late, as Gore. So those are the first schools ever in A2 football. We'll move up and check out the 4 districts in A2, District 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you see those. Rush Springs in District 2, along with Ringling. District 1, Boone Apache, Carnegie, Cordell, Mangum, Moreland, Southwest Covenant, Texhoma, Goodwell, Thomas Fay Custer. District 2, Elmore City, Parnell, Hilton, Conowal, Ringland, Russia Springs, Velma, Elma, Wayne, and Wilson. District 3, Allen Central. There are the Gore Pirates, Liberty, Mounds, Region Prep, Tallahena, and Wewoka. District 4, the Afton Eagles, Barnsdall, Fairland, Hominy, Ketchum, Porter, Summit Christian, and Woodland. And that is your 11-man football ADMs and districts. There are 3 8-man school classification as well, B1, B2, as well as C. And we'll be breaking those down throughout the summer here on the High School Huddle, which you can check it right here on Second Banana Media, our YouTube page. We'll have all of our live shows, plus our in August, we will go through a lot of the schools and give our season predictions and take a look at their schedules coming up later on this summer. So that is the news that came down today on Thursday, May 16th. The ADM and the districts are locked in. It should be an interesting football season. Now, the football schedules will go out publicly, official schedules now from all the schools. Can't wait for the high school football season to kick off. Hope you can join us here on Second Banana Media and at all the great high school events in the coming year. Enjoy this summer. We'll talk to you next time. This has been the Chris Evans Podcast.